B.E.C.E. 2014 Objective Test for Science. Question number 1. Which of the following type of teeth is used by mammals to tear food material? A. Canines. B. Incisors. C. Molars. D. Premolars. And the answer is A. Canines. Which of the following type of teeth is used by mammals to tear food material? And the answer is canines. Number 2. The eclipse formed when the moon comes between the sun and the earth is known as A. Annular eclipse. B. Lunar eclipse. C. Solar eclipse. D. Total eclipse. And the answer is C. Solar eclipse. The eclipse formed when the moon comes between the sun and the earth is known as solar eclipse. Number 3. The element with the chemical symbol S is A. Silicon, B. Silver, C. Sodium, D. Sulfur. And the answer is D. Sulfur. The element with the chemical symbol S is sulfur. Number 4. The term leaching in soils refers to A. Accumulation of organic material, B. Decomposition of plant material, C. Fixation of nitrogen, D. Removal of soil nutrients by water. And the answer is D. Removal of soil nutrients by water. The term leaching in soils refers to removal of soil nutrients by water. Number 5. Which of the following statements about plant cell is correct? It's A. Does not have a nucleus. B. Contains large vocals. C. Is surrounded by the cell membrane only. D. Does not have a definite shape. And the answer is B. Contains large vocals. Which of the following statements about plant cell is correct? It contains large vocals. Number 6. An example of a derived quantity is A. Length, B. Mass, C. Temperature, D. Volume. And the answer is D. Volume. An example of a derived quantity is volume. Number 7. Solid nonmetals normally break into pieces when hammered because they are A. Brittle, B. Ductile, C. Lustrous, D. Malleable. And the answer is A. Brittle. Solid nonmetals normally break into pieces when hammered because they are brittle. Number 8. Young rabbits are called A. Bunnies, B. Cubs, C. Fingerlings, D. Kids. And the answer is A. Bunnies. Young rabbits are called bunnies. Number 9. Producers in an ecosystem are plants that A. Attract insects, B. Feed on other plants, C. Feed on dead plants, D. Manufacture their own food. And the answer is D. Manufacture their own food. Producers in an ecosystem are plants that manufacture their own food. Number 10. The form of energy produced from the nucleus of an atom is termed A. Chemical energy, B. Mechanical energy, C. Nuclear energy, D. Thermal energy. And the answer is C. Nuclear energy. The form of energy produced from the nucleus of an atom is termed nuclear energy. Number 11. Which of the following elements is a semi-metal? A. Carbon, B. Nitrogen, C. Silicon, D. Sodium. And the answer is C. Silicon. Which of the following elements is a semi-metal? And the answer is silicon. Number 12. A system of farming that leads to continuous destruction of virgin forests is A. Mixed farming, B. Mixed cropping, C. Pastoral farming, D. Shifting farming. And the answer is D. Shifting farming. A system of farming that leads to continuous destruction of virgin forests is shifting farming. Number 13. The byproducts of respiration are A. Carbon dioxide and heat, B. Carbon dioxide and water, C. Oxygen and heat, D. Oxygen and water. And the answer is B. Carbon dioxide and water. The byproducts of respiration are carbon dioxide and water. Number 14. Which of the following statements about a force are correct? Its I is measured in newtons. I is measured in Newton meter. I can start a motion. IV can change the direction of a moving body. And the possible answers are A. I and I only. B. I and I only. C. I and IV only. D. I and IV. And the answer is C. I and IV, which is measured in newtons, can start a motion, and can change the direction of a moving body. Which of the following statements about force are correct? It is measured in newtons. Number 1. Can start a motion and can change the direction of a moving body. Number 15. Which of the following substances is a solid gas mixture? A. Leather, B. Bronze, C. Steel, D. Smoke. And the answer is D. Smoke. Which of the following substances is a solid gas mixture? Smoke. Number 16. Weeds on a school farm could be controlled by A. Hand picking, B. Mowing, C. Plowing, D. Tilling. And the answer is B. Mowing. Weeds on a school farm could be controlled by mowing. Number 17. An example of a non-living tissue used in osmosis experiment is A. Cellophane, B. Filter paper, C. Potato, D. Polythene. And the answer is A. Cellophane. An example of a non-living tissue used in osmosis experiment is cellophane. Number 18. Kerosene is poured on the surface of a pond in order to A. Make it unsafe for human consumption, B. Make it safe for animal consumption, C. Increase the surface tension, D. Break the surface tension. And the answer is D. Break the surface tension. Kerosene is poured on the surface of a pond in order to break the surface tension. Number 19. Which of the following processes is used to separate insoluble solids from liquids? A. Crystallization, B. Evaporation, C. Filtration, D. Sublimation. And the answer is C. Filtration. Which of the following processes is used to separate insoluble solids from liquids? And the answer is filtration. Number 20. The process of removing unproductive poultry birds from a flock is referred to as A. Candling, B. Culling, C. Dehorning, D. Drenching. And the answer is B. Culling. The process of removing unproductive poultry birds from a flock is referred to as culling. Number 21. Which of the following pests or diseases can be spread easily when food is exposed to house flies? A. Dysentery and malaria. B. Malaria and tuberculosis. C. Dysentery and cholera. D. Cholera and tuberculosis. And the answer is C. Dysentery and cholera. Which of the following pairs of diseases can be spread easily when food is exposed to houseflies? Dysentery and cholera. Number 22. The pressure influence. A. Act differently in all directions. B. Act upwards at any point. C. Decreases with depth. D. Increases with depth. And the answer is D. Increases with depth. The pressure influence increases with depth. Number 23. Which of the following processes involve a change in the state of matter from liquid to solid? A. Evaporation. B. Freezing. C. Melting. D. Sublimation. And the answer is B. Freezing. Which of the following processes involve a change in the state of matter from liquid to solid? B. Freezing. Number 24. Which of the following food items contains the highest amount of dietary fiber? A. Beans. B. Bread. C. Cabbage. D. Egg. And the answer is C. Cabbage. Which of the following food items contains the highest amount of dietary fiber? C. Cabbage. Number 25. An example of a disease vector is A. Earthworm. B. Liver fluke. D. Tapeworm. D. Tick. And the answer is D. Tick. An example of a disease vector is tick. Number 26. Which of the following devices is made of semiconductor? A. Capacitor. B. Inductor. C. Resistor. D. Transistor. And the answer is D. Transistor. Which of the following devices is made of a semiconductor? And the answer is a transistor. Number 27. Which of the following statements about the properties of water are correct? It, I, is colorless and tasteless. I, is neutral to litmus paper. I, turns red litmus paper blue. Ivy is a universal solvent. And the possible answers are A. I and I only. B. I and I only. C. I and Ivy only. D. I and Ivy only. And the answer is C. I and Ivy only, which is colorless and tasteless, is neutral to litmus paper, and is a universal solvent. The question was, which of the following statements about the properties of water are correct? It is colorless and tasteless, is neutral to litmus paper, and is a universal solvent. Number 28. The study of the soil profile of an area helps the farmer to A. Control weed growth. B. Determine the soil temperature. C. Determine the types of crop to be grown. D. Know the pesticides to use. And the answer is C. Determine the types of crop to grow. The study of the soil profile of an area helps the farmer to determine the types of crop to grow. Number 29. When a green leaf is placed in a test tube containing ethanol and heated over a water bath, the leaf A. becomes soft. B. Changes color to brown. C. Changes color to blue-black. D. Is decolorized. And the answer is D. Is decolorized. When a green leaf is placed in a test tube containing ethanol and heated over a water bath, the leaf is decolorized. Number 30. Which of the following sources of energy is or are renewable? I. Solar. I. Crude oil. I. Wind. And the possible answers are A. I only. B. I and I only. C. I and I only. D. I and I. And the answer is C. I and I only, which is solar and wind. Which of the following sources of energy are renewable? Solar and wind, which means crude oil is not renewable. Number 31. Which of the following substances is a compound? A. Hydrogen. B. Nitrogen. C. Oxygen. D. Water. And the answer is D. Water. Which of the following substances is a compound? And the answer is water. Number 32. A disease causing organism that is most difficult to control in a crop production is A. Bacterium. B. Fungus. C. Nematode. D. Virus. And the answer is D. Virus. A disease causing organism that is most difficult to control in a crop production is a virus. Number 33. Which of the following organisms is or are multicellular? I. Amoeba. I. Paramecium. I. Onion. And the possible answers are A. I only. B. I only. C. I and I only. D. I and I only. And the answer is B. I only, which is onion. Which of the following organisms is or are multicellular? And the answer is onion. Number 34. In electronic circuits, LEDs are used to indicate the absence or presence of A. Emitter and collector. B. Electric current. C. P to N junction. D. Voltage source. And the answer is B. Electric current. In electronic circuits, LEDs are used to indicate the absence or presence of electric current. Number 35. Steel is an alloy of iron and A. Aluminium. B. Carbon. C. Silicon. D. Gold. And the answer is B. Carbon. Steel is an alloy of iron and carbon. Number 36. Soil aeration could be improved through A. Mulching. B. Irrigation. C. Soil drainage. D. Fertilizer application. And the answer is A. Mulching. Soil aeration could be improved through mulching. Number 37. Which of the following pairs of structures are parts of the respiratory system of humans? A. Fallopian tube and alveoli. B. Pharynx and esophagus. C. Trachea and alveoli. D. Trachea and duodenum. And the answer is C. Trachea and alveoli. Which of the following pairs of structures are parts of the respiratory system of humans? Trachea and alveoli. Number 38. Which of the following effect is not a result of illegal connection of electricity? It can A. Lead to fire outbreak. B. Lead to frequent power cut-off. C. Increase the flow of current in the supply chain. D. Cause damage to electrical appliance. And the answer is C. Increase the flow of current in the supply chain. Which of the following effect is not a result of illegal connection of electricity? It can increase the flow of current in the supply chain. Number 39. Which of the following statements about the scientific method is or are correct? It provides I. Logical procedure for arriving at knowledge. Knowledge that can be verified. Knowledge that can never be changed. And the possible answers are A. I only. B. I and I only. C, I and I only. D, I and I only. And the answer is B, I and I only. Number 40. An entrepreneur's decision as to what to produce is a or an A. Coordinating function, B. Organizing function, C. Planning function, D. Supervising function. And the answer is C. Planning function. An entrepreneur's decision as to what to produce is a planning function. Thank you very much for listening. I wish you the best in your exams. Please like, share the video, and most importantly, subscribe and comment. God bless you all. Bye bye.